Welcome to this look at new mods on Farming Simulator 22 with me, MrSealyp. It's Wednesday the 22nd of November. We've got a load of new mods and we've got a load of updates. This is going to be a bish bash bosh job today. The map Alma Missouri US by celobuki has had an update that does not require a new save game. The map Georgia Farms by Ichipondo, that doesn't say if it needs a new save game. The map Reibach by Kara, a new save game is required. The map Sitio Sukuri by Agrogaatti, that also needs a new save game. The John Deere 6 M Series by Plow. The Fendt Favorite 500 4-cylinder by User555 Trackfahrer 2003 and IB286. HSK Series by JDModding AJ3D. The Araba Super Albatross V140 by Vertex Design. The Biogas Plant 150 kilowatt by Vertex Design, and the small silo set with buying station by Top Ace 888, and finally the decorative details pack by Triangles Trouble have all had updates. So we are going to start with this. This is the Dairy by Barney. This is 10.9 megabytes download, 8 slots on console, 25,000 to buy. It is a sell point. You will find it under productions, under selling points. Just there, slot count will go down to 1. You can sell milk and sugar there. If I come back out and we go into our menu here, go to our prices and we go to, actually sugar's down here, isn't it? Go to sugar first, sugar there, and there's the dairy at the top, 884, pretty much along the lines, maybe a little bit more than some of the other sell points. And if we come all the way back up to our milk, just there, dairy at the top there, 1,725. Again, that's actually up on the other sell points we've got, so potentially it could be higher prices you'll get for that one. So that's the dairy, that's by Barney. Next to that we've got the sheds pack, also by Barney. This is 10.34 megabytes download, 4 slots and 4,000 for the smaller one, 5 slots and 7,000 for the larger one. Very nicely detailed, very nicely weathered. There's no lighting in these. You'll find these under build mode, under sheds. Just there, slot counts come down to 1 on each of them. When you go to place them, there's no colour options. You get them in the blue, just like that, as you can see. Very nice indeed. That's the sheds pack by Barney. Next we move on to the cow barn. This is by celobuki. This is 15.26 megabytes download, 19 slots on console, 120,000 to buy, and it will hold 150 cows. I'm on the right one, aren't I? No, this one, I just thought, hang on a minute, that doesn't look right. Those two go together. This one here. You would have seen as soon as I went into look at the build mode. Yeah, this is the cow barn by celobuki. It will hold 150 cows. Should I start again? Probably. Nicely made and detailed, under build mode, under animals, under cows. There you go, that's the one. Look, it matches up. You can see. Slot count comes down to 1. Feed goes in the front, just here. Big side door opens at the side. Slurry comes out here, liquid manure. We come across to here, we do have light switch over on this wall. Turn on and off the shed lights. This opens and closes as well. Dialogue box is just here for your 150. I've only got 10 in here at the moment. Door opens into the milk area in here, and then just outside this door is where you find your milk trigger. And if we hop the fence here, I brought straw in a trailer, and the trigger appeared here, but I think you might be able to drop bales and just put bales here and it will take them automatically. I haven't tested that, but that icon suggests that. I just do generally buy in a trailer, and the trigger was in here, so yeah, indeed, very nice. That's the cow barn by celobuki. Next we've got these two here. This is the cow barn pack by VX Mapping. 20.16 megabytes download. We've got 48 slots and 230,000 for this one, 52 slots and 310 grand for this one. This one is Sans robot. This one has got a feeding robot in it. They both hold 200. Triggers and stuff are nice and straightforward to find. You've got the little icons if you've got them turned on. So we've got shed lights here, 2 sort of bunkers for storing bales or product or whatever it is you want to put in here. If we come in, doors open and close here. feed and bedding trigger was along in here with another light switch just there. Milk point is here with another double door that opens out there, so plenty of space for moving equipment and machinery around in here. Another light switch just there with our milking parlour inside. We've got lights in here as well. If we come out of the side of the building here, we've got a dialogue box with 2 gates that open. So if you want to go for a more immersive sort of backing your trailers up, that kind of thing, to put your animals in, you can. Slurry pit is just here. And we do have a manure pit just here. As you can see, we have got manure in it. Now this is where I'm a little bit puzzled, because the other one that's got the feeding robot, it could be the ground it's set on, I'm not sure, but because there's a bit of a bump here, but everything seemed okay, and this one's absolutely fine, but this one is raised up. I don't know if you can see that there's a gap underneath it, but also this bit here, which is the manure pit on that one, isn't showing as a manure pit in this one. There's no trigger like that one's got, so there's no trigger here, which is odd. Slurry point is just here. Everything else is exactly the same, like I said, apart from the fact it's raised up, which is a bit odd. We do have steps up the side, we did on the other one as well, so if you want to store stuff up here, you can. Feed trigger and all the rest of it is in exactly the same place, but at this end we've got our feeding robot. Lights in the same place, but we've got a point here where we can put in silage, straw, hay and mineral feed. On the hour, the robot will come out. I haven't done a video clip of it, but it's going to take too long. I've got too much to show. But the robot will come along. It will take a bit from there, go back, bit from there, go back, bit from there, go back. The robot comes out around this pillar, down the outside, swings back round, comes up here, round the pillar, swings round, and backs in. Job done. It works really well. These you will find under build mode, under animals, under cows, these 2 just here. So, because I got myself in a muddle, that one there that we saw just now, which is this one here, that was 19 slots, 120,000 to buy. We're on to these 2 here. So, 48 slots for this one, and 250 grand. This one is 52 slots and 310 grand. Both hold 200. There's no option, I don't think there's an option for colour on these. Nope, no options for colour on these. You get them just as they are. They do take up a fair bit of room, and you're probably, judging by that, the way that's gone down, going to want to make sure your ground is really, really level and really flat before you place them. So that's the Cowbar Pack by VX Mapping. Next we've got the small house in a Polish style. This is by BarT, 12.59 megabytes download, 18 slots on console, 15,000 to buy. We can't go into the building. Sleep trigger at the front just there. I don't think we've got a wardrobe trigger. No doors open around there. Under build mode, under farmhouses, just there, slot count will come down to 1. So as I said, 15 grand. The small house in a Polish style. That's that one. That's from BarT. Next we've got the small horse barn, which is this just here. It's by BK Mods. This is 6.43 megabytes download. 7 slots, 10,000 to buy. It will hold 5 horses. Dialogue box is just here for your 5 horses. We have got a water point. It does require water. And we've got a feed trough just there. Part of the new premium expansion, some of the animals will take the root crops as well now. The new root crops. So you can put those in as part of their feed, which I will show you if we go down to here. We go down to the bottom to horses, you'll see across the right hand side base food, which is normally oats, hay and then root crops, 5% if you want to put them in. You don't have to, but that's your effectiveness. And obviously they require water as well. I haven't found a light switch for the lights on here. There are quite a lot actually. 1 there, 2 across there, 1's on the outside as well. This should light up like a Christmas tree. Under build mode, under animals, under horses, as I said, 10 grand, slot count comes down to 1. That's the small horse barn by BK Mods. We've then got the small house, which is just over here. Very nice to look at. Lovely indeed. Small house by doodoo. This is 9.92 megabytes download, 21 slots on console and 50 grand to buy. We do have a garage and the door does open, or doors do open, so you can park up. Before you come around, the front door does open. and we've got our sleep trigger just here, and then this door opens, and as this opens, suitcase opens inside. There's your wardrobe trigger, just in there. This you'll also find under build mode, under farmhouses, just there. Slot count will also come down to 1. As I said, 50 grand. Nice little bit in the garden as well, little table and a plant and that kind of thing. That's the small house by doodoo. Next we've got this. I like this one. This yeah, piqued my interest today, this one. This is the small pig pen by AT Farms. It's 3.75 megabytes download, 10 slots on console, 60,000 to buy, and it will hold 50 pigs. What I like about it is the triggers, but what's cool is from a distance, the further away you get, the actual icons disappear. When I was in one of the tractors, you look around now, you can't see the icons, but then when you get closer to them, they kind of, yeah, see they reappear. I mean, you don't have to have your icons turned on, of course you don't. But a dialog box is just here. This gate does open. Now, to feed them, you're going to need an auger or a conveyor or something like that, or a high-tip bucket. Or so it does say an auger quite specifically, so I hope it's not only an auger. If we press open door, it opens up the top of that, which is where your feed goes in. If we come through the pen, we've got a gate here, which opens and closes. Actually, I'll go to the gate. It's on the end, isn't it? There we go. There. So that gate opens and closes. These icons are for opening up the covers to let more air through, if you want to let more air through. But what it's also got in the back is your slurry point there, or manure point. It said manure, but it could be liquid manure. But we've also got an open door point here, and I'll show you for why. Because I've got a straw blower here. If I come across the back of this with the straw blower, come on, I don't get anything come up for blowing the straw. However, if I open this up like that and then jump back in, trigger comes up, so that needs to be open. Our bedding goes in. The pigs are loving that. We'll better close the gate. And then hopefully, if this works, I have preloaded this with some pig food. So stop engine, turn on conveyor. Right, let's lift that up. Let's go that way until we're over the top of it. There we go. In goes our feed. This one is by Dr. Drulia, but you can use, there's loads of different augers and loads of different options available, and that'll put your feed in like that. And then once you've got enough food in there and you're happy with it, we'll go to here and I'll show you. So there's our pigs in our pigsty. Straw's gone in. And we've got about 10,000 litres has gone in of feed, but we can put more in, or you can put it in individually in the requisite materials if you want to. And then when you full, close the door, and that puts the lid on. It doesn't take up a lot of space, and if you put more than one out, you can put these really close to each other before you get the warning thing come up saying they're too close for comfort, so to speak. So that's the small pig pen by AT Farms. Next we've got the mid-German farm pack. This one's a bit of a I don't know the best way to describe this. There's quite a lot of stuff in this kit, so I've got a separate piece of paper for this. So we start off with sheds here. We've then got a farmhouse, and then we've got 2 cow barns. So the sheds are here. Under build mode and under sheds is where you'll find them. And we start off here. 38,900. That one's 9 slots. And when we go to place it, we have got the option to change colour. That does the doors and bits and bobs and trim and stuff. And everything you can see just down to the right there. If I go change colour, it changes the colour of the doors and things like that. So that's the first one. Next one is the mid-German shed small. 3 slots, 9 grand to buy. Obviously, you see slot count comes into 1. There's no option to change colour on that one, but that's this one here. Next along, also 9,003 slots, is this one here. That's the mid-German shed middle. And then we've got this one here, the mid-German shed big. That's also 3 slots, but that's 13,000 to buy. And again, with these ones here, no colour options. It's only the first one there. There's a colour option for the doors and stuff on there, like that. Now, if we come from there, we go to farmhouses. In one, the mid-German farmhouse. So the mid-German farmhouse is this one just here. This is 16 slots, 250,000. We do have a colour option. The colour option on this, if you look at the window frames, I think we zoom in further than that. If I do change colour, we can scroll through the different colours on window frames. If I spin it round, so you can see the front door and stuff. We'll go for our change colour. That one's got sort of stood out more the sort of lilac than any of the others, but there you go, green as well. So you can change the window frames and door frame and stuff on that if you want to. 250 grand. Slot count comes down to 1. So that's this one around here. Now this one has lights over the back here. Now this is what I found odd. So that's got a light switch and it works. Brilliant. These have got no lights at all, which is fine. I haven't got to search for a light switch. That's great. The farmhouse is just here with a sleep trigger at the front. Now that's quite high, but you have to get close to the bench and then you've got your sleep trigger. We can't go inside the building. And then we move to the cow barns. So the cows, we've got one with a pasture and one without a pasture. This is without a pasture, this one is with a pasture. We go to build mode, go to our animals, cows, and out on the end there. So 124 grand for this one. 37 slots. This one's 130 grand and 35 slots, so 37 and 35. These will both hold 30 cows. If I go to choose one, we do have the option to change colour on this one. I'm trying to see what we can change. It does things like the window frames again. If we scroll through in the door, you can see the doors there, down to the left this time. Doors change colour, you can see white, and then we go through and reds and greens and oranges and stuff like that. So we do have the option to change colours, but here's where it gets a little bit janky. For some reason, I haven't done this. This was like this when I arrived. But the milk parlour and the milk points inside there, if I press open door, it opens that one, but closes that one. And I can't, there's no separate trigger. It's one trigger that does both. This one opens fine. So the milk trigger's in here. We've got a doorway that goes through. If we come out and through here, we've got our feed point. And our bedding point is along here. We have lighting in here, and this is where I found it odd. Hang on a minute. How are the lights on? That closes the rolling gate, which is this here. I never found a light switch, so how are the lights on? How weird. I was going to say that I can't find a light switch. This here, that looks like it should be a light switch, I can't get to work at all. So the one in there works, but this one I couldn't. Unless the lights are automatic. Oh, it's just very strange. Slurry point is here, liquid manure point. Dialogue box is just here. And then we can open this door to the side as well. Now, that's the one without pasture. We have got a hayloft up there as well, if you want to access it. I mean, it's difficult to access, to be fair. You need a loader or something. There's no ladder. But we move to one with the pasture. Now, this is where I think it might be a little bit... It might need an update. Because whilst this has a pasture, I don't think the nav mesh has been adjusted because the cows haven't left the building. I haven't had a single cow come out into this pasture. Not one. Plus, there's a gap here out by the gate. I'm not sure what's happened there. The gate does open. Triggers and stuff all in the same place. Dialogue box is just there. Slurry points here. Feed and bedding inside here. Lighting's on again. Maybe it is automatic. But then this door at this end is completely different. Again, it is open, but it's open into the wall. If I open the door this time, watch, it will swap. So it's going the other way. I can't make head and tail of it. But anyway, all in all, that's the mid-German farm pack. That's by Farmerfivetom, 24.32 megabytes to download. I'm not knocking them on. That's what I've found. I haven't found a light switch, and it just seems a bit peculiar. Anywho, that's all the buildings. Now on from there, we've got this. This is the SaMASZ AlpS 331 by Agrogaatti. It is 3.87 megabytes download, 5 slots on console, 3.3 meters wide, snow plow pusher. I mean, it's under the winter equipment, so it's designed to be a snow plow with lighting on the front as well. That's where you'll find it. If we come down to our winter equipment, out in the very end just there. So we have got the Olymp 330 is a 3.3 meter, 1.1 ton. This modded one, the AlpS 331, is 800 kilos, also 3.3 meters, so it's a little bit smaller, a little bit lighter, 5,500, a little bit cheaper as well. Slot count will come down from 5 to 1. Options for this, we can have a 3-point, front loader, telehandler, wheel loader, back to 3-point. So a few different options for attachment. Once attached, we can raise and lower manually, like so. Right, let's try this again. There we go. That one and that one. Right. So we can bring them both forward if you want, like that. You can bring them both back into a plough formation. You can bring one forward and have it at an angle like that. We bring that one back. Hang on. And an angle like that, so you've got a lot of adjustment. Lower the snow plough, and away you go. It does follow the ground quite nicely, so don't kind of get caught up. It does follow the ground that's there. It's just because I had it on the wrong implement and I had something attached to the back. That's the SaMASZ AlpS 331 by Agrogaatti. Next we have got this on the back. This is the Lizard MX6M. This is a mulcher by Holzs FS, 6.45 megabytes download, 4 slots on console, 6 meters wide. You will find it under said mulching equipment. Just here, out on the end, 3,200, slot count comes down to 1, 100 horsepower required. We can change the design colour, the main colour, to anything on that palette, like that. So, we lower the roller, and it does that. And then that's it. You just run it. 11 miles an hour. It's a mulcher, so once you've done your harvests, you need to mulch the ground, away you go. Folding up was a little bit more juddery. It kind of didn't do anything and suddenly went twang. There you go, like that. Not that it matters, it still does the job. 6 meter wide mulcher. The Lizard MX6M by Holzs FS. Next, we've got this. This is the Rolmako U624 by JmGarcia. This is 9.15 megabytes download, 7 slots on console, 3 meters wide. This is a Subsoiler. The next one we're going to look at is also a Rolmako. It's the U684, also by JmGarcia. 10.14 megabytes download, 6 slots on console, 3 meters wide, and it's a cultivator. That's just over there, but they're both by JmGarcia, both Rolmako. So this one is the Subsoiler, and you'll find it under Subsoilers. Just there, 14,500, 175 horsepower required, slot count comes down to 1. Options on this, we can have the beam on the back with lights, yes or no. You can have side covers, yes or no. You don't have to have if you don't want them. Then we come out from there and we go along to cultivators, and that's the U684 4,500, 3 meter wide cultivator, happy days, 95 horsepower required. We can change the main colour, so at the moment you can see the spring tines in there and the rollers. The first one does the spring tines, so we can have them black or blue. And then the second design colour does the rollers, again black or blue. Or combinations of either one. It's entirely up to you. So, I'm going to start with the Subsoiler. Unfold the Subsoiler if you've got those side bits on, we'll do that. Very nice. Now we do have the option on this to adjust the angle, the height of this, so you can adjust the pressure. Now that is just for the look. If you want to go a bit more immersive, you can adjust your downward pressure on the rear roller. If we turn this on, not turn it on, I'm talking about lower it, there we go. There we go. So we can, it just gives us a bit more, see the whole movement of everything, how it all goes off the back of that once it's on the ground. Now it's showing up and down, but I've got side to side I'm getting movement, but up and down I've got nothing. I'm not quite sure what it's supposed to do on the up and down. Lights, if you've got them, with the little indicators in the back there as well. It's bringing up stones, as you can see, but this is on a bit of ground that has stones, and that has already been cultivated and ploughed. The bit that's been already mulched, as you can see, that would be bringing up stones, but I haven't got the stones activated on this portion. So that's the U624. Then we go to the cultivator, which is the U684. And this one's got some adjustment as well. We can raise and lower the cultivator, as you would expect, but then side stick does that. I like the animation on this. So you can raise and lower the spring tines on this. Again, which is your pressure adjustment or depth adjustment as well. It will still do its job. Shallow cultivating in this ground. We go over here. Nice smooth seed bed, quite a bit of dust coming up there. If we adjust those tines now, so you can simulate adjusting the depth, which is quite cool. I do like the animation on that, very good. Both by JMZ, both Rolmako. Next. We've got this. This is the Lizard FD55 by JDModding org. 3.77 megabytes download, 4 slots on console, 5,500 litre capacity. This is a fuel tank only. We have got some options. I chose these colours, but you can choose an array of colours. We do have flashing lights on the back. We do have a solar panel on there. It doesn't earn you any money, but in the real world that would help with pumps and things like that, so you don't need batteries and things. It charges itself up. Very nice indeed. This you'll find under miscellaneous. Just there, 12 grand. Main colour, anything on that palette does that. Design colour does the chassis, like that. Stripe colour, like that. Decals colour. Rim colour. And then license plate option on there too. Those are your choices. Start it up. Beacons, as I said. Lights. I don't think we get any options for opening and closing of doors or anything. Depending on what tractor you've got, you might have adjustment like this tractor does, but not all trailers give you that option for a bit of adjustment. It's very nicely detailed, and that will transport 5,500 litres of fuel. That's the FD55 by JDModding org. Next we've got this. This is quite quality. If I left the lights on this, I have. There we go. This is nice. This is a serious bit of kit. Look at the back of that. Oh! Anyway, this is the Lode King Maxwing 44-foot by JmGarcia. 29.57 megabytes download, 14 slots on console. This has a standard capacity and an unreal capacity of 600,000 litres. Which you don't have to have. You can go for the standard capacity, which I think is 100,000. I think it is, with some really nice options. It's really incredibly well detailed, and this has got an open cover. I love when you get mods like this. You'll see the actions and animations for opening all of it. It's just sublime. So this you'll find under trailers, just there, the Maxwing 44-foot. 155 grand, slot count comes down to 1. So you've got real capacity, 100,000 litre with 1 grain door on the back. You can have real capacity with cover and 1 grain door, and then real capacity with 3 grain door. So 1 grain door, 3 grain doors, and then with cover. You can then go unreal with 1 grain door, 600,000 litres. Unreal with grain door and cover. Unreal with 3 grain doors. Then unreal with 3 grain doors and cover, which is what I went for. We've got Continental with those. BKT, just that. Michelin with those. Nokian with those. Trelleborg with those. Vredestein with those. Back to Continental. Steering axle configuration, yes or no. So with the steering axle, yes or no. You don't have to have it. I'll leave that on for the moment. But then axles configuration. So 3 axle, 2 axle, 1 axle, split 2 axle, back to 3. You've got decals, Lode King, Demco, or Wilson. Rear hitch, yes or no. We've then got rear strobe lights, none, and this goes through a whole, I'm not going to read them all out, we've got a whole load of different colours, and then double colours goes through a whole ton of them, then back to none. You've got cover colour, again, loads of options to choose from. Then we've got chassis colour, I'm just going for ones that stand out here, there we go, chassis colour. Then the chassis box, this is all around the outside, the outline of it, does all of that. Then the side drawers, does that. Colour of the skirts, that's your mud guards, mud flaps, your mud flappery. There you go. Colour of your rims, quite a few choices. And a license plate option there too. Very nice. So, wait for it because this is mint. Cover. I'll start this end just to show you. Let's put lights on that. Can you see? Oh, there we go. So, open cover. Look, watch the handle winding, and then look. I love that. I know for some people they just want that automatic bump, 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 and crack on, but that's a phenomenal animation. Anyway, put that back. Then we've then got discharge mode. We've got back door. So if we unload, winds those open, lifts up. Starts to unload like that. Let's get that back down. Closes those back up again, winds them back up. Like I said, animations are fantastic. Then we've got central grain gate, so just the middle one. Again, brilliant animation, smooth, tidy. And then we've got, and that's closed, all three. If you've gone for strobes, I went for green ones, so depending on what you've gone for, red and blue, purple, green, red, whatever you like, so that's what I went for. We've got a tread hitch on the back, as I said, and then we have got this wheel here, so we can lower that. Just brilliant. It's a fantastic trailer. I love it. Look at that. That's some next level shenanigans right there. Awesome. That's the Lode King Maxwing 44 foot by JmGarcia. Next we have got, where are they? These two here. The new Holland TM by SleutjesModding. 27.87 megabytes download, 11 slots for this one, 13 slots for this one. I'm having a mare today. You'll find these under small tractors. There's your first one, the TM. They both say TM, but without cab, just a canopy, this one. Some of the options are, actually pretty much most of the options are the same on both of them, but anyway. So we've got standard configuration, we've got 225 kilo weight, 495, 200, 440, back to standard. Engine setup, we've got 110 horsepower, 123, 133, 142, 150. You've got wheel brand, Michelin, Continental, BKT, Vredestein, Lizard, Michelin, yeah, back to Continental. So under Michelin we have got, this is the same on both of them, all of these configurations. So Continental, just those. BKT, just those. Vredestein, those. Lizard, Michelin. Did I start on Michelin? I've lost my way. Yeah. Then decorative bands. You've got 1999, 2003, 2005. Or off completely if you don't want to be branded at all. I mean, it's still got the logo on the front, but you've got front fenders. You've got front fender, no rear. Front and rear. Rear only. None at all. Back. Hood model, original, black, blue, red, blue power, back to original. I think I went for that one, but yep, let's go with red for example. Then exhaust, we've got original, chrome with grid, original with grid, without grid, chrome without grid, front exit with grill, without grid, chrome without grid, back to original. There's a few to scroll through. You've got panel style, this is up here towards the center console, black plastic or original. We've then got front loader attacher, quick, power, no, main colour, we've got blue power, red, black, or the blue original. Design colour, grey or black, that does all the chassis and bits underneath. Rim colour, blue power, silver or black, and then license plate option on there. Now, if we move to the other one, difference on this is cab. Other than that, same options for weights, same options for engine setup, wheel brands, decorative bands, exactly the same, fender options are exactly the same, hood model, exhaust, panel style. This one's got cabin glazing because it's got a cabin, so original, green, medium, tinted, back to original. Rear window speed sticker, so you've got speed sticker, beacon, beacon and speed sticker, double beacon and speed sticker off. Same for the front loader attacher, same for the colour options on those. These, I have to say, these do sound brilliant. I do like these. So, lights, because this doesn't have a cab, it doesn't have lights or beacons up at the top. No doors or windows or anything. Interior? Interior? And this one? Beacons? Oh, I didn't do the horn, another one, did I? Sorry. This one sounds like it's got more of like a sort of gearbox whine to it. That's really nice. There you go. That's the new Holland TM by SleutjesModding, which brings me on to the last of the mods for today, and it's the Tatra 815 pack by Lukasino. This is 29.13 megabytes download. It's 8 slots for the main Tatra vehicle, and then we've got backs for this. We've got the BSS 10.1. Which is 4 slots, and this has a few different options. We've got a standard capacity at 19,000 litres, then there are 2 silage capacities. So one at 24, one at 26, or one at 26, one at 28. We'll have a look at those. And then we've got a slurry spreading option and a muck spreading option. The slurry spreader is the ACV, that's 4 slots with a 5 metre spread width. Then the manure spreader is 4 slots, we'll have a look at it in just a moment. 24 metres, but that does manure or lime. I've put lime in it just to see if it will spread the lime to 24 metres as well. So, options on this. This sounds nice as well. If we go to our trucks, there's our Tatra 815. 95 grand, slot count comes down from 8 to 1. We've got the option of wheel band of Lizard, Continental, Michelin, back, I think I went for Michelin. Main colour does the cab, like that. Design colour does the hubs. Rim colour does the rims. We do have a silver and a galvanised, but if you want to go for a coloured option behind, you can, and a license plate option. If we then come out and we go to our tools and go to trailers, that's where you find the BSS 10.10. 10 grand, slot count comes down to 1. Capacity at 19,000 litres, 25 or 26. Both silage backs, but if you go for this one, we've got a sheet metal option or a grid option, so more like that. Main colour does that. If we go back to that one, design colour does the cover, so if you haven't got one of those options that has a colour cover, you can change the colour, but it won't show anything. If you do that and that, obviously the colour of the cover becomes irrelevant. If we come out of there and we go to our slurry tanks, out on the very end there, 16 grand, 15,000 litres with a 5 metre spread width. We can change the main colour to anything on that pallet there, which does that. And then if we go to our manure spreaders, again out on the end, 15 grand, 17,000 litres. It says it does lime or manure. It says 24 metres. It doesn't say in the description that there's two different widths, but we'll have a look. Again, with this options, we just got an option of our main colour like that. So I like that tick over. So if we back up and hook up, what I do like as well, under load it takes a lot longer to get going. It feels heavy, you know. It's got to get going. I've got this on tip side left at the moment, so if we unload here, again, fantastic animations, nice and smooth. I like the way it goes over the edge. It doesn't go through that bottom section when it opens. It rolls over it. Then we've got tip side right on there as well. So we pull away now with nothing on the back, much faster. And it's those little things that just gives you that, it's hard to explain, that imperceptible feel of weight. Swing this round and did I do tip side the other side? I can't remember. Yep. Same thing again, let's look for that animation. Oh, it's not, there you go, yeah. It's not falling through that. It's a small thing, it doesn't seem like much, but it makes a big difference. So, onwards and upwards, let's have a look and see. Come on, go, go, go. We do have 2 maps out today. We just, I'm not going to get on those till tomorrow. I'm sitting here now recording this and it's gone 7 PM. By the time I've edited and then it gets uploaded, it's going to be 8:30, 9 probably, knowing my luck. We've got a map called Sunside by JDModding and Krumbach by Red Kindstus. So I hopefully we'll get onto those tomorrow. So the slurry back, this says it's got a 5 metre spread. Go to there, hook up. And this one was the heaviest, I think, of all. It felt the heaviest of all of them to get going. We do have the option to activate double application, turn on our slurry spreader, goes out to the side. I don't think we have an option to adjust that up or down, it just spreads out to the side. God, this bit feels properly heavy. Nice bit of movement on those axles as well though, going over the ground. Look at that. That's cool. So, detach from that. That's our slurry, and let's see if this will spread lime to 24 metres. This is just, you haven't got to open it up, just turn it on. That looks like it to me. That's a nice big spread width on that, isn't it? Nice powdery animation. And there we go. That's the Tatra 815 pack by Lukasino. That's it for the mods for Wednesday the 22nd of November. I hope you found this useful and informative in some way, shape or form. If you have, please give us a like. If you don't subscribe yet, please do. If you want to leave a comment, feel free. And if you want to share this video, then please be my guest. whatever you should choose to do. Thanks for watching.